Okay, so hi guys, and welcome back to KandidKayla.com. I am Kayla, and I am the author of this blog, and today I am doing a makeup review type thing. So I will be testing out the Naked Skin One and Done foundation in the color Deep on my skin tone. As you can see, I'm very barefaced, which is why I come to you looking all kinds of crazy. But yeah, so if you are interested in seeing the review for this foundation, then please stay tuned. Okay, so first I'm gonna start by just pulling my hair back so that I can just get my face completely seen. And I'm gonna start by adding some EOS lip balm. Okay, I'm going to add, my face is clean. I just wiped it down really well with, well, I cleaned it and then I wiped it down with a makeup wipe just to really make sure that everything is off. And now I'm going in with the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer as my moisturizer. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with the NYX Shine Killer as my primer. Alright, then I'm gonna go in with the foundation. I have a sample size because I'm just not gonna pay for it unless I like it. So I decided to try it out with you guys, and then I will, you know, show you guys what it looks like. If I can get it open. There we go. And this was kind of dark on me, like on my hand in the store, but like my hand and my face is a little lighter, so let's hope this works. I'm going to go in with this brush. It's an elf brush. I don't know what kind of brush it is, but I'm just using it to pick up the product and deposit the product on my face. See, it doesn't look half bad on camera. It kind of looks lighter on camera than it did in the store, which is kind of irritating, but you know, YOLO. And then I don't forget my neck just because I have acne scars on my neck. Alright, a little more on my chin. There we go. And then I just use that to actually deposit the color. I'm going to blend out the color with this Real Techniques, I don't know what kind of brush this is. Oh, buffing brush. So here I'm just gonna buff in all of the makeup and do the rest of my face, and I'll come back at the end and give my final review. Also, all the products and everything will be listed down below. So here I'm just building up the color to see if there's a way that we can kind of make this full coverage, and it did do pretty well. It does get rid of most of my scars, even the scars on my neck, pretty well. So I give it a thumbs up for buildability. So here I'm just using my Airspun powder kind of as an all-over face powder, not really to help with the oil, just to kind of set everything, because I really want to see how this does on its own. As you can see on my neck, I put a lot just because I'll be changing shirts into a white shirt and I really don't want the transfer, but yeah, I'm just using it as an all-over face powder here. So here I'm just using a nice, fairly close to my skin tone contour powder, maybe like a shade or two darker. I didn't want something too dark or too harsh because I wasn't looking for a full beat. And here I'm just going in with a second tone contour powder that's just going to really deepen the hollows of my cheeks. This is the final look with lipstick and mascara, and the time there is 6:29, so I'll be coming back in about 5 or 6 hours to show you guys how it holds up. So it is now 11:20. I don't know if you can see that or how I can get it to autofocus. But it is 11:20 p.m. and I'm taking my glasses off here. I am ready to go to sleep. I know I filmed the video late, but I am like exhausted. But excuse my depleted lipstick. I'm about to take this makeup off, so I'm not gonna fix it up for this video. But the makeup held up well. The foundation did. You can see my chin is a little bit greasy. My nose, just the sides are a little bit greasy. But honestly, like, for me not to have baked, I literally just put powder on to put it on. It's good. So the foundation is relatively good for oily skin. I mean, I have like really greasy skin, and it's only been 5 hours, so I don't think this would have lasted me an entire day. But I think it's good for an everyday type look, as long as I would have baked. When it comes to the color range, if this is deep and I have fairly light skin, that's like not cool. Oh my gosh, I'm like really tired, so that's why I sound crazy. But like the color range is just not acceptable, and I think this is light for me. Like, I feel like this color is fairly ashy for my skin tone. I asked one of my friends, she thinks that it is my skin tone, but like I feel like it's really ashy. As it comes to coverage, I did not add concealer to this look. I literally, after I went off camera, I just added a matte, the NYX matte setting spray and some mascara to this look. And I mean, I don't think, I really feel like it's light. Like, it's just really light for me. I usually go shade or so darker so that my face matches my neck, and my face does match my neck, but it's kind of gray. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's kind of gray in comparison to my neck. I don't like that gray undercast. My friend says it looks good in natural lighting. It might just be the artificial light that's picking up on the camera and picking up in the mirror, but I feel like a ghost. And if this is deep, and I mean, like, I'm fairly light skinned for the range of black women, this is just not cool. So shade range, I give it a no. Wearability, I give it an okay. I'm gonna say this is more for medium to dry skin tones, or I would say medium, because if it's dry, it's gonna be too matte in the beginning. It was definitely fairly matte for me in the beginning. I like it like this. Like, this is a nice amount of oil, and it has just the right amount of glow. I honestly don't mind it. Let's see, is there transfer? There's like barely any transfer. So I don't mind this for a daily thing. Now if it becomes a greasy hot mess, I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna come back and probably have to make another one to see if it gets to become a greasy hot mess. But it does not become a greasy hot mess, by the way, guys. I wore it all day and it does great. Absolutely great. This so far is fairly good. The first time I tried the matte poreless Maybelline matte, I think it's the Fit Me matte poreless or the matte poreless, something like that. The first time I ever tried that, it literally within 2 hours was a greasy hot mess. and that's because I wasn't using a decent setting powder. But this is not bad for 5 hours. It's really not bad. And also, like, my cheeks, that's all highlight. None of that is grease. Like, yeah, none of that is grease. All this is like dry. So that's all highlight, so you guys know. So overall, I would give this foundation with my L'Oreal Infallible being a 10, my Maybelline Fit Me, now that I know how to wear it, my Maybelline Fit Me being an 8, I would give this maybe about a 8. And the reason why I give it an 8 is for the finish. Well, not even an 8, I would give it maybe a 6, and that's because I think the finish itself, like, I'm rubbing my hands and I'm not getting any transfer. And for it to be like a one-stop shop, I definitely didn't have to build it up. Like, I built it up to see how it would look built up, but it doesn't have to be built up. It's definitely an everyday foundation. I like that. It's lightweight, it's not cakey. My face, like, I honestly kept forgetting that I had it on, and I'm not used to that. Like I said, I'm used to the Infallible, which is very hot, full coverage. And it's not heavy, but it's just full coverage. I know that I'm wearing it when I wear it. Also with the Fit Me, I know that I'm wearing it, when I wear it. Whereas with this, I kept forgetting that I was wearing it. I was like laying on the couch, laying on the bed, laying all over the place, and I just kept forgetting. Thankfully, it does not transfer from what I've noticed so far. It just doesn't. But it is overall a really decent product. The only reason why I would dock it from an 8 to a 6 is because they don't have shades. Like, for this to be a deep, I'm really not a deep shade. That honestly doesn't make any sense. And for the fact that it runs gray on me, I am gonna keep trying it. I'm gonna try it again and probably come up with an update, because I really want to like this product. But like I showed before, like, I'm using a sample of this, so when the sample runs out, I will give my final review as to how I feel about this foundation. But right now, I'm just not pleased. It's so gray. It's honestly ridiculous. Like, I really don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like, I don't know if you can see, but it's very gray. Also, I don't like that, like, all my texture shows, and I don't know if that's because of the foundation or because I put the setting powder on, or I honestly don't know. Like, I've never really dealt with the foundation except for the Infallible, but even that, like, with a good primer, you don't have as much texture. This is a lot of texture for me. Like, all up through here, you can see the texture. All on my nose, you can't see it in the camera, but you can see it, like, in a mirror or up close and personal. You can see, like, all of my pores here and here and here. All of the texture is very much so seen. But like I said, I would give this a 6 out of 10. I definitely will give it another try and give a full update, but I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was in some way insightful for you. Maybe I'm not, I'm not an expert, so maybe I'm not applying it correctly or whatever, but I would definitely say give it a try if you want to. Just as a heads up, I am deep, the shade deep, and I am in no way deep. So if you were darker than me, I would not recommend this product. I just wouldn't. And honestly, I wouldn't recommend the product for myself as of right now because it runs so gray and ashy looking. It makes me want to think that it's too light, but when we put it on before, like, it was literally an identical match. So I honestly don't know. I'm going to experiment with it, and I will come back with another video expressing how I feel about it and all that stuff. So like I said before, I give this a 6 out of 10. I hope this was helpful, and if you all have any questions, leave them in the description. Sorry, not the description, the comment bar below, and I will hopefully be able to answer those questions for you. Thanks, guys.